the music.
Well, the music I add later, so don't worry. Okay, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast, My First Season. Greg and I worked together in 2004-2005 in Cancun, where I was a choreographer and this dum-dum was always trying to get out of doing the shows. My first season was as a Waterski G.O in Club Med Rio das Pedras in Brazil in 96. Before Club Med, I obtained an engineering degree from Escola de Engeharia Maua, and I did equestrian vaulting for 10 years and was in 4 world championships. And yes, Greg really wants to talk about this. My name is Patchy, and this is my first season.
Patchy, how are you?
Hi, Swan. I'm fine, and you?
Good. So good to hear your voice again after all these years. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, I thank you. I thank you for inviting me.
Or as we say in Brazil, and the only Portuguese word I know, obrigado.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah. So you dropped quite a bit of bombs there. And you have an engineering degree. You started Club Med as a Waterski G.O. I'm not sure many people know that. And you did equestrian vaulting. So I don't know where to begin with you. This is too interesting. For those of you who don't know, equestrian vaulting, I actually forgot about this sport, but it dates back to the Romans. And wasn't there a touring show, not a circus show, but wasn't there a show where people did vaults on horses and they toured the world? Like, do you know the show I'm talking about? Is this an actual
I don't
thing?
know. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So so how old were you when you got into, I guess, well, first I assume you started to ride, right? Horseback ride before you did vaulting?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I started with vaulting. I was really scared of horses.
Okay, wait. Okay, so you're scared of horses. You don't even bother to put on a saddle. So, but how did you know you wanted to? Did you see somebody do this and you said, "I want to do that"? My sister
started first. Yeah, she had a horse, and one day she was like at the club where we were member, and she saw some people jumping on the horse, and she decided she wanted to do. So when I saw her doing it, I said, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna try to do it too." But I was really afraid of horses, and my trainer, she put me on the horse, and she said, "No, you don't need to be afraid," and all that. And then I finally started when I was 11.
11. Okay. So you're afraid of horses, and you thought, that's okay. I'm going to do a backflip off this horse.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay. And so equestrian vaulting. So is that how many people? It's not just you on the horse. It could be up to 3 people on a horse doing.
It can be up to 3 people on the horse. Yes.
Okay.
That's there are 3 ways you can do. You can compete on vaulting. It's either a single or a pas de deux, they call a man and a girl, and a team. So the team is composed by 8 people, and we do a routine. And max on the horse is 3, and minimum is 2. So you're all the time changing, doing movements so everybody can be on the horse. All the 8. Did you understand?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I had to watch a few videos, but I do remember. I do remember this, but I hadn't seen it in a while. So when you told me vaulting, when we spoke or we wrote to each other vaulting, I thought you meant pole vaulting, and you said no, horse vaulting. I said
horseback, bro.
I said horse vaulting. Oh, equestrian vaulting. Okay.
Yeah, and the horse on the gallop.
Yes, they're going in a circle, right? I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Did you ever fall off the horse?
Oh, many times.
Really?
Many times. Yeah.
Did you break anything? I
broke my ankle.
Oh, is that because the horse stepped on it, or you broke it when you fell?
No, when I was doing a handstand to get out of the horse, and when I landed on the floor, it was grass, and it was really hard. So then the impact made me break my ankle.
Oh, okay. Right or left?
Right.
Okay. I broke my left, so we have that in common.
Oh.
Now, please say you have videos of this you could post later, or pictures or something. Can you give me some pictures?
I have a picture. Yeah, I have
Okay.
a picture.
Now, you said 4 world championships. So where were these 4 world championships? Where did they take place? In Europe?
Yes, all in Europe. One in Switzerland, the other one in Austria, one in Sweden, Stockholm, and the other one was in, can't remember now. Wait, I remember.
Germany.
No.
Italy?
Holland.
Oh, Holland. Okay. Now, do you use your own horse? Like, do you have to ship your horse over there, or do you use a horse in Europe?
The first 2 times, 86 and 88, we used Switzerland horses.
Really?
So we went there. Yeah, we went there. It's really bad to do this because you're not used to the horse, no? Each horse is different. Totally
They're not used to you, I guess. Like, why is this dum-dum doing backflips off my butt here? Like,
yeah, but they were trained with other people, so they knew vaulting already. But the thing is that the gallop is totally different, and well, the height of the horses are different. Everything.
Wow.
So we went to Switzerland. All the team went to Switzerland a month earlier to practice on the horse. We were going to compete in 86 and in 88. Yeah.
No, this is incredible. I'm probably going to have you back to do a whole show on this, because I'm sure the listeners are like, get to the Club Med, idiot. All right. So water ski. Okay. So when did you have time to learn to water ski when you were doing all this? Did you learn before Club Med, I guess?
Yeah, before Club Med, I was member of this country club here in Brazil, and they have horses. They have a reservoir and golf, many sports. So from vaulting, I used to practice in the morning, and then I used to go to water skiing in the afternoon.
Lord.
Yeah, my dad got me a boat so I could practice water ski.
Well, who was driving you?
Him.
Okay.
But little did he practice because he didn't know how to drive.
So little did he know, because I think you mentioned that your parents initially didn't really want you traveling and going to Club Med, yet he trained you how to do water ski, which enabled you to become a Waterski G.O. So
he didn't know that I was going to do that.
Okay. Well, so how did you find out about Club Med? Because there was already one or two in Brazil at the time. Had you been?
No, I knew about Club Med. No, never. I knew about Club Med because a friend of mine that was a really good friend of my sister, she was a G.O. and she would come with her stories about Club Med, and I was always really interested. And then one day, her, my sister, and another friend decided to do a tour around all Brazil by car, so 55,000 kilometers. My sister was going to be 1 year away from Brazil. And I said, oh, this is the chance I'm going to travel too. Because when I finished engineering, I asked my dad that I wanted to travel, and he said no. And I said, no, I'm going to travel anyways, either you want or not.
But wait, he let you travel for equestrian vaulting. So what's the difference between that and then wanting to travel?
Well, because in Club Med you stay for longer, right?
Oh, I see.
For vaulting, it was only a month or two.
Okay, I got it.
No more than this.
I got it. Now, how did you apply? Did you just send a letter to the office in where?
Yeah, she helped me a little bit too.
Okay. You know? Okay, so did they interview you?
Yes, they did.
In person or on the phone?
In person.
So where did you go to the interview?
I went to office here in São Paulo.
Okay, São Paulo. Okay.
Yes. Now the HR, they have an HR here in São Paulo. I think they have in the main cities here in Brazil.
How did you prove to them you knew how to water ski? Did they ask you questions like?
They just asked me questions. They asked me if I had a water ski, if I have a ski. I mean, okay. And I said yes, I have a trick ski. And then he said, "Oh, she knows how to ski." You know, that's how.
Do you remember how long it took you to get, how many tries or attempts did it take you to get out of the water when you first learned one ski? Or did you drop the second ski like some people do, or did you learn one ski from the water?
Because of vaulting, I had a lot of balance, so it was kind of easy to drop the ski. I think
Okay.
I got it at first time.
Did you ever
But
try it in the water?
Yes. in the
And
water.
how many tries did it take you to get out of the water on one ski? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
then after, I didn't start with slalom. I started with trick ski, which is a little
Oh,
harder to get out,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a
So
it's
it
a
took,
smaller ski, right?
yeah, it's a smaller ski, and it's a very how do I say it
It's round,
I don't know how to say it.
it's kind of roundish, I guess. Like it's
It's
not,
totally flat
yeah,
it's flat. It doesn't have the
the
fin, you
fin,
know?
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't have the
yeah.
fin, so
Okay,
it's slippery.
okay.
And well, probably 2 days to get out of the water.
And why didn't you do
Like
this trick
30
ski?
times, I don't know.
Not to go forward a bit, but why didn't I see you doing trick ski when we were in Cancun in 2005? I mean, I know you did the water ski show and the pyramid and all that, but how come you didn't do your trick ski there?
Well, they didn't have the trick ski in
You
Club Med.
oh, you didn't bring it with you.
No, I didn't bring
Okay,
only on my first season. I had my trick ski and I did the show with trick skis.
okay. Now,
But on the others, no, because then I became a Sailing G.O, right? Only on my first season I was a water ski.
okay. Now, were you expecting to get sent to Club Med Rio das Pedras, like for your first? Like, did you think, they're going to send me to the Bahamas, or did you expect to get sent to Brazil,
No,
being from Brazil?
yes, yes. So we can get out of Brazil on your first season. It's really difficult to do that,
Even
I
you?
think. Even me, yes.
You kind of sound like an overachiever here. You know, water ski, the horse equestrian vaulting championship. I mean, good Lord, Patchy. Okay. All right. Do you remember your first week at all? Like in your
And
first season?
the funny thing is that, okay, I want to go to Club Med. I really want to go to Club Med. What am I gonna do there? That was my first question. What am I gonna apply to? And then said, well, the only thing I think I can do is water ski.
Okay. And has Rio das Pedras always had water? Did they always have water ski, or they don't have it anymore? Or
I don't know if they don't have it anymore, but they've always had it.
do you do it in the ocean, or is there a lagoon?
Yeah, in the ocean. It's
Oh, okay.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
But is your winter, like, are the waves really choppy? Is there a certain part of the year where you don't have water ski because of the waves?
Sometimes it's choppy,
Okay.
It's not like a reservoir or a lake, but it's okay. You can.
Do
It's
you
fine.
recall your first week arriving? Like, do you still remember 96? Like, was there any culture shock for
I
you? Like, what
remember it
happened?
was
What happened?
totally weird. I was watching the shows and I said, "Oh my God, I think I really have to do this." And then the crazy signs, I said, "Oh my God, I have to do these dances." And
Yes, and ironically, you became a choreographer. So, but back then
exactly,
you were
but
not.
I only got to a show at the end of the season.
What? How did that happen?
Yes, well, because I didn't want to do the shows,
Yes,
and
but
I got there was in the middle of the season to replace a G.O that left.
yes, but how did you avoid the choreographer? Because in Cancun, I was trying to avoid you, stupidly. But so did you? So how come the choreographer didn't come after you, like zero in on you, like or you just set the
No,
bill?
the first scene I did, it was so funny because I didn't do anything. I was just like a princess, and I had to get a key from a key that was like magical or something like that. I don't even remember well. And I had to get on stage, get the key, and get out of the stage. That was the only thing I did.
That was it.
That was it. No
Okay.
dancing, no nothing.
Okay. No samba. No. Okay, got it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Who was your chief of village that year?
It was Juvenal da Cunha.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
Brazilian, right?
No, he's
No.
Portuguese.
Oh, Portuguese.
He's
Okay.
French Portuguese.
Okay. Now,
He
did you
was a
speak
nice
French?
guy.
Did you speak French when you arrived?
I had French in school, but it wasn't really good. I had 2 years of French when I was 14 and 15, and then I knew some words like bonjour, comment ça va? no little things. But then at Club Med, I started studying, and when I was in Itaparica, my second season, the chief of village, Max Mayo, he put two teachers for us, one French teacher and one English teacher.
Are you serious? Like you had to actually go somewhere to learn?
Yes, he did that for us. Every morning at 7 a.m., we used to have
What?
lessons. Yeah, classes.
Where, what kind of room? Was there a conference room that you had to go to?
Yeah, it was a conference room.
Oh my God, this sounds like hell. Ugh.
Sounds like hell, right? And I was the only G.O. I was the only G.O. that went to all the classes.
Okay, so in addition to late night rehearsals where it's impossible to learn something, now they want you to learn French, another language, at 7 a.m. So you can't win, right? You just can't win. Good thing I already spoke French because I would have complained about that too.
You see, but it's so funny because this got me to Huatulco, because Max came to me and said, Patchy, you were the only G.O. that went to all the lessons, all the classes. So I'm gonna send you out of Brazil.
Yes, but don't you think it had something to do with your ability to understand and possibly speak Spanish as well, since they're sending you to Mexico? Or did you not really speak much Spanish, Portuguese, and Huatulco?
I learned Spanish in Club Med.
Okay.
I learned Spanish in Club Med.
I mean, it's not really the same as Portuguese, but I guess there's a slight similarity,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, we kind of understand each other, but some words are different.
Okay, so Rio das
Some
Pedras.
words, the same words, we have the same words sometimes, Portuguese and Spanish, but they mean totally different stuff.
Okay. Got any funny stories from your first season? Like, did anything happen where you made some dumb rookie mistake, or I don't know, you fell off the ski in your first water ski show? I mean, anything like that happen?
You know where we used to do a water ski show? I used to do a water ski show in the pool.
Okay, so you did the sports demonstration portion?
Yeah.
So they were pulling you across the water?
Yeah.
See, that's not fair because
with my
you
trick
weigh,
ski.
yeah, but you weigh, 80 pounds soaking wet. That's not fair. We always had to pull a 200-pound guy. So you must have flew out of that water, I'm guessing. Right? Did you come out of the pool? Because,
You sometimes I would just stay in the middle of the pool,
Well, how many? Yeah, you don't have long to do tricks. So how many tricks did you get off before you?
None.
Okay, yeah, before the pool ran out or you ran out of water. Okay, all right.
No trick ski. The trick was just cross the pool,
Oh,
that
okay.
was enough.
Okay. And did you wipe out at all during this sports demonstration? Or no?
Did I what?
Wipe out? Did you fall down on your face and everyone saw, or it was always good?
No, sometimes like I just wouldn't go through all the pool, but that's fine. Like
Okay.
nothing to be ashamed of, because no one could do that anyways.
No, exactly. It's not easy.
So that's fine.
So did anything funny happen that first season? Anything strange?
I don't remember.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, I'm sure you have stories from other seasons, right?
Yeah.
So give me one of your best stories from just tell us the year in the village if you remember.
Okay, it was about communication.
Okay.
Communication. Yes, communication was very funny. So I was in Cancun in 2004, 2005.
Oh, we're jumping right to my season. Is this story about me? Because you didn't tell me before, and this is not about me, right? Okay, good. As long as it's not about me, go ahead.
I have one about you.
Okay.
Yes, I have one about you.
Wait, we're getting some problems here on the Zoom call. Click, 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 click. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
So we were going to have a meeting, the entertainment team.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Yes. And our chief of entertainment got there and started speaking French. He said, what do you want to, which language do you want the meeting? And we said, can be French. But then there were like two guys that wasn't really understanding. They weren't really good at French. And so they said to the chief, well, can you speak English? And then he goes to English, and then after like a few phrases, they go and, well, can you go back to French?
Yes, I think I recall, who that was, and yeah.
Should I say names?
What?
No.
No, it's okay. Well, no, but it's funny. We all, I mean, he was a character, right? I mean, we all love characters
Oh, he
because
was so funny. We
yes,
couldn't understand a word he would say. I don't even know
yes,
which was his main language, but we
yes.
couldn't understand a thing. French, English. So our meetings were always like, we don't get anything. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Oh, we know shit. We
Okay.
don't know anything.
If you started as a Waterski G.O in '96 and I knew you as a choreographer in 2004, 2005, when did it happen that you said, or hey, I want to be a choreographer? Like, how did that happen?
So I was after water ski, I went to Itaparica, and Itaparica doesn't have water ski, so I went to sailing. Okay, I became a Sailing G.O.
Did you know how to sail?
Yes, I did. I did a little bit. Yes, I did because at the club I was member, we had a reservoir, and my brother was a really good sailor, so I used to go sailing sometimes with him, and so I knew a little bit.
Okay,
Not a really good at sailing, but fine. So then, enough to teach someone.
a beginner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
you
I
do
went to
sailing.
sailing in Itaparica, Huatulco, and then I went to Bahamas, Paradise Island.
When were you in Paradise?
98,
Okay.
98, yeah, 98. So then there was this chief entertainment choreographer, Joey.
Joey Templin.
Yes, Joey
Okay,
Templin.
from
And
Australia.
one of my favorite people in the world, this guy. And he put me in all of the shows.
So you
And
couldn't get away. You weren't doing the magic key in this season, right?
yes,
Okay.
I wasn't doing all of the
They
magic.
finally figured out you could dance, I'm guessing.
I really enjoyed doing the shows with him. Really, he was a great, great friend. And then there was this one day he said, "Patchy, it's gonna happen a stage for choreographer. Would you like to do it?" And then I said, "Well, I guess yes," because a month before, Steve Riley was the chief of village, and he asked me if I wanted to be a chief of sports. And I told Steve, I said, "Steve, I can't be a chief of sports because I hate the microphone. I can't." So Joey found this other position to me because I was tired of sailing, actually.
Yeah. So
So I did.
where was your stage? Where did they send you?
Was in Paradise Island with Joey.
Oh, the stage was there. Okay.
It was perfect. It was perfect. I was doing the stage with my best friend, and then after on the last month or two, then we had 2 months in Sandpiper with choreographers from Europe, and we did the Halloween show.
Oh yeah.
Was the
Yeah, that was the
how do you
big.
say it? The
Yeah,
big
yeah. I remember
big
everyone.
thing.
Yeah, in the '90s, well, late '90s. Yeah, Geo's probably did that show, which was pretty big.
Mhm. Yeah. So it was a little bit with Joey. We did a show together, me, him, and 3 or 4 other girls, and then all those girls that were doing the stage in Paradise Island went to Sandpiper, and we met some other girls. I think we were 12, and then 12 choreographers from Europe, and then some other people from entertainment team and office. I don't really remember that, but yes. Then I went to I got my choreographer degree. That's how I say it.
Yeah, yeah. You have an engineering degree and a choreography degree. Okay. I know how much money you can make with the choreographer degree, but
Oh, not much, I guess.
at least you have an engineering degree. So.
Yes, luckily I do, but I don't use it too.
Okay.
Anyways. Anyways, then I went to work. I was very lucky. They put me to work with Moise Aikana
Where?
in Punta Cana.
Punta Cana was your first season as a choreographer?
Yes,
Was
it was
that,
my first
and
season as
that
a
year
choreographer.
was what, 99, 2000?
99, yeah.
99.
And
Okay.
and it was me and another Brazilian choreographer. So I was like, none of the choreographers went by themselves to to a village right after the stage, you know. So they put me with Monica.
Oh yes, that's right.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
great.
I interviewed another G.O who's probably there at that time. Yeah, who spoke about that, Moise and Monica. Okay, so
Yeah, they were great. They were great. Moise was amazing, amazing as entertainment.
now
Uh,
when you accepted the role of choreographer, did you stop to think for a second that you'd have to deal with dum dums like me, like trying to get out of shows, pretending to fall in front of you, like I
I
don't know,
was a
I
dum
don't know
dum
how to
too, you know.
dance, Patchy. I don't know if you want me. Look, I can't even. I'm doing samba de gringo right now. Look. So do you have any stories where, I don't know, G.Os have unsuccessfully tried to trick you or get out of the show, or
No, I used to
any
get
good
everybody in the
excuses?
show. I
Really?
used to get
Okay.
everybody.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got
Once
all the male G.Os. You probably
I
just
got everybody that
okay.
had two left feet. I got everybody on stage.
Okay.
Everybody said, "Okay, you have two left feet. Okay, you're going on stage."
Yeah. So why do you put
I
the
did.
people
I
like
met.
me with 2 left feet at the back row by the curtain? Was that because you're trying to hide us, or? Okay.
No, I never put you behind the curtain. Come on.
Okay. So you don't
You're a
have.
great dancer. Come on.
Whoa. Okay. It took me 10 years to get okay. Okay. But yeah, but my problem was the late rehearsal. I didn't like. I love dancing, and Gabby,
Yeah, I can tell. You're a great dancer.
Gabby disagrees with me. She said, no, you wanted to do the shows. I said, no, Gabby, I like the shows. I just didn't like rehearsing. And then in Cancun, we tried this. I don't know if it's because I was complaining all the time. We tried this revolutionary idea where we would do the rehearsal in the morning, whereas I preferred, but you didn't like it, right?
No, I didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Not only me, I think you were the only Joe that liked it, Swan.
Yeah, it made more sense. I mean,
I think you were the only one.
Yeah, possibly you're right.
You remember Simon? Simon used to like curse me all the time. So
Yeah.
and then he was. I said it's not me. It's Handel that wants this. And then he said, and where is he?
Hey, he's a chief. He's doing the
said,
rounds.
Oh my God. Go complain to him, it's not my fault.
Yeah, well, I loved it because then my next season after Cancun, my next and last, it went back to the late ones. So I'm glad I had that one moment in time. All right.
I never finished rehearsals too late. My rehearsals would go until 1 a.m. only.
Yeah. No, it was reasonable. Okay, so what do you have any other funny stories from any other seasons?
Yeah, so you're telling me about this these guys that used to do the shows and used to run away from the shows, right? So
yes.
I was in Colorado, and there was this guy that
you were in Crested Butte?
Crested Butte, yeah.
When was that?
Was in 2002, 2002, I think. Okay, with Ryan.
Okay, Ryan Leach, yes.
Yeah, it was with Ryan. And then there was Shannon. Shannon was this really nice guy from ski team, right? And he couldn't dance at all. Not even crazy science he could do. So, and he really was like the Leonardo DiCaprio for Titanic.
Okay.
And I said,
okay.
I said, Shannon, you want to be in the show? Come on, let's do it. And he said, okay. So I put him to do the river dance.
Oh boy.
Right.
Okay. Lots of footwork there, right? Okay.
Yes. And it was the entire ski team watching the rehearsals.
Oh no.
Yes. And they put him so nervous, but you know what? He did it. It was so cool. It's not a funny story. It's a good story.
Yeah. No, it's good. No, it's good. I was thinking this is going to have an unhappy ending, but no, I'm glad you said that.
No.
It worked out.
It was great. He was great. And it was really fun.
All right. So you did. You're Itaparica, Pedras, Huatulco, Paradise Island, Punta Cana, Crested Butte. Where else have you? Is there anywhere else you worked that we haven't mentioned?
St. Lucia. I've worked in St. Lucia.
St. Lucia. What year were you in St. Lucia?
Well, I didn't choose that one. Was the only one I didn't pick. I said I don't want to go there.
Why did you have to go there? Is because it was a choreographer job?
Because it was my first season as choreographer. Myself, only me.
Oh, okay. What year was that?
It was 2000, 2001,
Okay.
2000, 2001.
So, okay. So St. Lucia, Crested Butte, Punta Cana. Where else?
Yeah, Maldives. I went to
Oh,
the
you went to the
Maldives.
Maldives.
Yeah.
What was
I
the name
went
of
to the
that? What's the name of that
Maldives.
resort again?
Kani.
Kani.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went to Kani. It was
Wow.
beautiful. One of my favorite places in the entire world.
Really?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small
It
village,
was
huh?
a small village. I was there with Ryan. So right after Cancun, Ryan took me to the Maldives, and we had a great season. The G.Os there were amazing. Everything was perfect. And then after that, I didn't want to leave, but Ryan said, "You have no choice. You're going to me. You're going with me to Colorado." So at first, I didn't want to leave, right? But then I got to Colorado, and it was perfect too, because it was the first time I saw snow.
Which was Crested Butte, right?
Crested Butte, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was your first time seeing snow?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
you lucky, lucky person. Now, did you like it? Because I hate it.
The only time I saw snow. Can you believe this?
Did you no? Seriously, did you like it, or do you think, oh, this is
I
cute?
loved it.
You
Loved
did?
it.
Ugh.
Oh my God, I used to ski every day.
Yes, but I'd rather water ski in Brazil in a reservoir than ski or snowboard.
No.
So where was your last? Where was your last season? So you did 96, 2005, or did you? Or was?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
96, 2005. My last season was back in Cancun.
okay. Wow.
After St. Lucia, I went to Cancun. And then from Cancun, I went to Maldives. Then Maldives, I went to Crested Butte. Crested Butte, I went to Sandpiper.
Okay, this is all right. Now, were there certain chief of villages you clicked with more than others?
I did what I liked.
No, were there certain chief of villages that I know you mentioned Joey, like Ryan? Were there any other chief of villages you liked working for?
Oh yes, I was so lucky with my chiefs of village. My God, I can't tell which one was my favorite. I love them. I love Ryan. I did 3 seasons with Ryan. I love Hammer. I love Kevin. Handel. I love Handel.
Yeah.
All those. My God,
those
they
last
were
3 you mentioned were all Canadians. So
so
yeah,
amazing.
it's no wonder why.
I love Canadians then.
I know. No, I was making a joke because I'm Canadian. Okay.
But I do love Canadians. I think you're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You're great people. Yeah.
Now, did you, since you had to do so many crazy signs over so many years, did you even have a favorite one? Did you like doing them? Because I love the, you know what,
The one that says my name, Apache, to the party.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, no, but that's a good one, right? I mean, you know what? I make fun of crazy signs, but my favorite ones were Brazilian, because in '96, when I was in Columbus, we had many Brazilians there, and they brought over the Brazilian crazy signs, and my favorites to this day are Brazilian crazy
dance,
signs.
right?
Yes,
they're fun to dance. I really liked the one that with old songs, I can't sing Swan.
Okay, no, like, hey, baby. Ooh,
yes, I love those.
Yeah, I could see that. I didn't like that one, but I could see you liking that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that you keep walking. I don't remember the song.
Well, I walked most of my crazy signs, but unless I was on stage, then I had to pretend to enjoy myself.
Exactly.
but I believe that if you're on stage, no, you better look like you're moving, because you shouldn't be up. You shouldn't be up there.
You're acting.
Yeah, you shouldn't be up there if you're not feeling it. So
exactly.
Did you meet any celebrities in all your years in Club Med, like that you know?
I met. Wait a second. I met this singer in Cancun. Actually, 2 singers. One he's a member of El Divo,
Oh, really?
El Divo? Yeah.
El Divo,
Sebastian.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to Club Med with Laurent. Laurent is another singer. He French, of course.
Okay.
He sings in musicals. Laurent Bam.
Okay. So El Divo, that they do they sing opera, I think.
Yeah, they do. And so Sebastian, he didn't see. I put him on the show, not Sebastian, but Laurent.
Okay.
Great singer. Yeah, 2005.
What's your favorite opera? Do you have one? Madame Butterfly? Anything? No.
No,
No. Okay.
no, I don't have a favorite. I like a
I'm
lot.
guessing you like Phantom of the Opera, and you probably did that
I
show at one
love it.
point. No. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Any other
I did.
famous celebrities or athletes, or they could be also Brazilian too?
Yes, there was this one time that the Formula One went to Rio das Pedras.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with Trulli and Olivier Panis.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
they stayed there for like 2 weeks. I don't know. They wouldn't leave the water ski. They were there all day long.
Now, did
So they were fine.
You also had to drive, I'm assuming, like you had to drive the boat
Yeah,
too,
I was driving the boat for a Formula One driver.
Okay. So do you have any funny stories as a driver? Because I hear a lot of funny stories from Waterski G.O.s, like when people fall and all that. So do you have anything like?
My God, I have one,
Yes.
a Chilean woman
Mhm.
that she couldn't ski. She couldn't even put the skis on her feet.
Okay.
And she said she wanted to try. So like, it was so funny. Now you remember me. It was so funny because she would get to the village the entire week. She tried every single day to water ski. So, but she couldn't. When she jumped in the water, the skis would fall off,
Oh God.
and then it would be like 10 minutes to put the ski back on. Someone would have to jump in the water to help her out. She was like,
Meanwhile, the dock is full. Everyone's watching. You're the boat driver.
everyone's all yes.
Your patience is going out the roof, right? Your patience.
I was the only one that had patience to try to drive for this woman. No one.
And let me guess, when she did finally get up, she stood up too fast and
She
fell
didn't
over,
get.
right?
She didn't get up.
Oh, really? At all?
No, she didn't get up. No, just a little bit, but she didn't get up. And it was so funny because she was there every single day, right? And the GMs started to know her because she would take like 30 minutes, and then we to do the three, because we say that you try 3 times. If you don't get it, you go back to the end of the list. Okay, that was a rule on my first season. So she would like to try 3 times. She would take 30 minutes. 30 minutes, really. So the GMs started to know that, and then they would see her name on the list and they would just leave.
Well, at what point did you think, at one point midweek, did you think that, this is a test from Club Med. They're testing me to see how patient I was. And this woman really could water ski. Did you think that at all?
No, she would never water ski.
Oh, okay. All right. So you weren't fooled. She really didn't know what she was doing.
No, she didn't. She could. She would never water ski. I'm sure about that. Like she was like over 50 years old, something like that.
Now, how did you is that? But I assume the worst part of being a water ski G.O, like you're constantly going in a left turn or right turn, right? Does that get tiring after a while? Like, and always checking behind you, if the person's still, but does going around in a circle? I mean, I guess you're used to it from equestrian vaulting, but at least you're having fun on a horse, right? I mean,
I wasn't really tired of water skiing, I was fine. I was like, it was fun for me to drive the boat.
Okay.
It was fun.
Is it a big deal? Like
sometimes I would rather be on the boat than on the dock.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if Christmas is a big deal or New Year's. So is it rough working your first New Year's?
I would always put a GM on the boat with me.
Oh, you would? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the GM or a photographer. I would always put someone on the boat with me. So it was fine. I was like talking and looking back, and I would ask them to help me to see if the person falls or not.
All right, let's get to New Year's. New Year's Eve is a big deal in Brazil. So was it?
It is.
Was it rough work, like having to work your first New Year's? Because normally you would be, I guess, partying somewhere. So was it? Is it just because it's in Brazil? It's New Year's. It's fun. It doesn't matter if you're working.
We even didn't have time to eat.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It was crazy. So no, it wasn't fun being a G.O to be on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Christmas and New Year's is
Christmas and New Year's was like insane.
Very hard.
Insane. Yeah.
But do they still, I'm assuming they do the all white in Brazil, right? For New Year's in the village?
Yes. We did all white. It was beautiful. The most beautiful one was in Itaparica, because we did a show in the lagoon and everybody in white, and on the in the middle of the coconut trees.
Mhm.
It's very, very beautiful.
Now,
And then after, everybody goes to the beach and to see the fireworks, right? It's beautiful. Very beautiful.
and all the seasons you've done, because you traveled all around the world, did you get any culture shock in any of them? Like, I don't know, your first time in Asia when you went to Kani, was there any, do you remember any kind of like,
I
wow,
remember one thing in Kani, that the Japanese people, they make noise when they eat, right? When they eat a soup,
soup?
you have
Yes.
to make noise.
Yes.
So it was really weird, because here is totally the opposite. Like, you can't make noise when you eat.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it was kind of, and for them it's the opposite. So
And you,
that was.
in your first season, did you know that you had to eat like meals with guests 3 times a day? Did they tell you that in the interview, or was that never a problem for you?
They said, but not really like the way it is, you know. They said, oh, you're gonna hang out with guests, but not the way it is. So I went there and I said, oh, okay,
Were you
that's
shy?
the way we hang out.
Were you shy back then?
Yeah, so I was totally shy. I was an engineer. Imagine how shy I was.
That's right. Nerd. Okay.
That's why I wasn't in the shows too,
Did it ever come up that you met an engineer at the table
Luck-
and you said you had an
lucky.
engineering degree? Did that ever happen to you?
Yes, and then they would say, but what are you doing here then?
Okay. Okay.
Same question my dad did, like
Okay.
my dad was like in shock when I said I was going to Club Med, and I left São Paulo to Rio when my dads were traveling.
Oh, okay. Smart. Okay. But
Yes,
but what made you want to be an engineer? Or did he say, hey, Patchy, why don't you become an engineer?
good in mathematics and physics and all that
Oh, wait,
stuff.
that's
And
not
I
fair.
didn't.
Really?
Yes, and I didn't
That's
really.
not fair. You can't be beautiful, a good dancer, and be really good at math. Oh my God. Not fair. All right. Now, where did your nickname come from? Was it you? Like, did they call you Patchy when you were growing up? Or did
No, my
someone in
nickname.
Club Med start calling you Patchy?
No, it was in when I was doing vaulting when I was 11. I went to California, to Saratoga.
Oh, really?
To practice.
Don't they have a big race? They have a big race there too, don't they? In Sarasota, like there's a big horse race. But okay, so you went there. Wow.
I went there to practice vaulting, and then I spent a month at this family house, and the mother, she didn't know how to write my name, and everybody will call me Pachi. And if you write, like, my nickname is Patty, right?
Yes.
But in English, but
yeah,
everybody will call me Pachi. So she wrote the way she thought it was, Pachi.
And she wrote it P-A-T.
And she wrote it
C-H-Y?
C-H-Y.
Yes,
Yes.
Patchy. Okay.
And then when I went to Club Med, I wanted everybody to call me Pachi, not Patty.
Okay.
So
yes.
then I wrote exactly how she wrote to me.
Okay. And what does your last name mean in Brazil? Does it have a meaning? Yes.
No, it doesn't have a meaning.
Doesn't? Okay.
It doesn't have a meaning. It's in Portuguese.
You don't pronounce the O on your last name?
Peixoto.
Oh, Peixoto. Okay.
You say Peixoto.
Okay.
Yes.
No meaning.
No meaning.
Oh, okay. I thought it would. Okay. So since you already learned to sail, you learned to water ski. Did you ever have time? Did you learn windsurfing while you were on the sailing team?
Yes, I learned windsurfing when I was in Itaparica.
You did? Okay. Now, did you do like every other beginner where you went out really fine and you couldn't get back? Or because you knew how to sail, it was easier for you to get back?
It was kind of easy because I had balance from water ski and from vaulting, right? And I think that once you know, balance is half of the trouble there, right?
Yes. The other half is getting
the other half is getting to know the wind. So I kind of knew both, so it was fine. It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Actually, I liked better windsurfing than sailing. I like to teach
Yes.
windsurfing better than sailing.
Yeah, and you can go once you get to 2 feet in the straps and the harness, there's nothing like that speed that you can get. Of all your seasons, is there I don't ask this question a lot, so if you can't think of anything, that's fine, but of all the
yes.
sorry, what were you going to say?
No, just I remember some other famous people that went to Club Med.
Who?
Umberto Pellizzari, the famous
freediver.
Freediver, yes.
Where did you meet him?
In St. Lucia.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I met him in Martinique. Okay.
He was a nice guy. What else? Yeah. Well, a singer from Nashville that I don't know singers from Nashville, but he was very famous. He went to Crested Butte. Everybody was like, "Oh wow, this guy." And
okay. Yeah, me neither.
I didn't know the guy. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
But some people from US that went to Cancun also that I don't remember. Famous comedian from Canada that I don't know either. Went to Cancun. I don't know.
A famous comedian from Canada? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Now,
Cirque du Soleil people went to Cancun too. Yeah.
They did? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what the heck I was doing there. I don't recall any of this. Okay.
Yes, they went.
Of all your seasons, do you have like a funny do you have a favorite animation passage that an animator would do? Like, is there one that you remember because it was so unique and funny? Like, how certain animators never broke character, right? Like even when they saw G.O, they never like would break their character. They would keep doing the jokes. Is there any that you recall? I mean, it's okay if you don't. I don't ask this question a lot, but some people like the Energizer Bunny one or the Superman one. I was just curious if there was one that you remember that that you liked, or if not, we can come back to this question while you think about it. But I was just curious.
I don't. Not right now. I should have thought about this before.
Oh no, it's okay. No, I don't often ask this question. So because sometimes
I loved all of them. I remember.
You have a favorite animator?
Laugh a lot. I have a few favorite.
Like who? Like who?
Moise was funny, very funny, and crazy. And there was Jeff. Jeff was very funny too. Jeff was in Huatulco. He was a really funny guy. Who else? Lorenzo was very funny to me.
Yes.
And
us too.
And oh my God, I forgot his name now. I worked with him twice.
Twice?
From Morocco.
An animator?
Yes, animator. Lausin, maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I met him as a I met him my first season. He was, sailing windsurfing, but he was also very funny too, like
very
he obviously could have been an animator.
I think that's his name. A short guy.
Yeah,
right?
Lausin. Yep.
Yeah. I think there's only one.
Oh, yep. As far as I know, yes.
He was so funny too. Wow.
All right. I've taken up a lot of your time. Can I ask you one last question?
Sure.
So of all the seasons you've done from 96 to 2005, is there sorry to bring up Gabby again, but she hates when I use the M word, magical. So I'm just curious if you thought any of your seasons were magical. Was it the first one because it was your first, or do you just like them all for different reasons? But is there one that stood out? Is there one that stood out?
I really liked, I think the people make the season, right? The G.Os make the season, the team makes the season.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed the hours in Cancun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a big team. Good team, yeah. Handle.
I loved
stack that team.
Yeah, I loved the one with Hammer in Sandpiper. It was a really good team too. Probably was one of the best for me as choreographer.
Okay.
With Hammer, yeah. I think it was the best one. And with Ryan, I always liked to work with Ryan a lot.
Yeah, me too. I love Ryan Leach.
Great guy.
I think I say this almost every episode. Okay, but it's true.
You do?
Yeah, of course. He was my first. Awesome. He was my first chief of sports.
Oh.
In '94, in Turks.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So one last
Not my
question.
first season, not my
Okay.
second season. That's no, that's for sure.
Okay. If there's anyone listening to this who's thinking about applying, should they give it a try for 6 months or a year? Or should they apply?
They should really apply. Like, it was one of the best times of my life being a G.O.
Yeah,
So totally
me too.
apply.
Me too. You heard it from Patchy. All right. Well, so yeah,
Totally do it. I think everybody should do it,
yeah.
at least 6 months.
You don't listen to your parents, especially if your
Well,
father says
6 months, you can't do much in 6 months. You should do like 2 years.
Yeah.
No?
Well, I stayed 10 because I hate winter, right? So from Montreal. So the only reason I stayed so long is because the snow.
I stayed
But,
9 years and
okay.
I loved it.
Yeah. All right. Now, okay. So this has been I mean, I could again talk to you for hours about the equestrian vaulting, but thank you for answering all my dumb questions. Okay. So this is, and thank you for.
You didn't ask anything dumb.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry myself for not explaining well.
No. I think
my English is so
think
bad right now.
some listeners would disagree with you. I probably asked some dumb questions. But anyway, thanks for sharing your story. I really appreciate it. Now, don't hang up right away. Okay, we're just gonna say bye, and then all right, everyone. That was Patchy from Brazil. You know her, you love her. We'll see you all next week. Bye. Say bye, Patchy.
Bye. Thank you so much, Swan.
Thank
It was
you.
really, really fun.
Bye.